Families Exam Part 1. Functionalism. How a society is organized to perform its required functions effectively. Systems theory. How groups of individuals interact as a system and influence one another over time. Symbolic interactionism. How individuals behave based on the perception of themselves and of others. Exchange theory. How individuals make choices by weighing the costs and benefits. Life course approach. Looks at behavior demonstrated by individuals or families at various stages in their life. Conflict theory. Looks at how societies are held together by power, not by individuals and groups that depend on each other. Types of couples. Common law couples. The common choice for many people. Couples who cohabitate for 3 years or more accept mutual responsibility for support and protection. Common law is usually a prelude to marriage. However, couples might not make the effort to solving problems when problems do arise. Same-sex marriage. Began in 2005, allowed in 2005. Chose to marry or cohabitate based on romantic love, not defined by religious or law beliefs. All individuals have the same expectations of marriage. The future of couples is threatened by high divorce rates. Marriage is based on the cost-benefit analysis and a couple's evaluation of their own relationship. Society encourages people to have children. Symbolic interactionism. Peer pressure is the factor that influences a couple's choice to have a family. Child-free. People who choose not to have children challenge the traditional idea that children are a natural part of marriage. They prefer the title child-free because childless means they are missing something they do not want. Exchange theory. Do not see the benefits of children as a fair exchange for the resources they would contribute. There are 2 theories of divorce. Marriage mistakes, the basic incompatibility of couples who have the wrong choice of partners, and marriage failures. Couples who have failed to adjust their relationship through the critical transitions. Spousal violence. There is a cycle of violence. Stage 1 is the tension-building phase. The victim works to make the abuser happy and often accepts blame. Abusive incident. An unpredictable event may set off the abuse, thus creating a violent attack. Phase 3, the calm and penance phase. Abuser becomes resourceful and pleads forgiveness while promising never to abuse again. Social exchange theory says that a woman does not leave this relationship because she fears for her life and that the man will return to hurt her. Feminist theory says that when a woman threatens to leave, the man feels he is losing power and the level of abuse rises. Conflict theorists say abuse is the result of an imbalance of power between the spouses. Example, if the man is unemployed and the woman is not. Death and dying. The stages of death. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. Stability model. Assumes people do not change when they enter adulthood. Orderly change model. An identity formed early will change throughout life. Theory of random change. Non-normative events can change identity based on how you adapt. The clocks. Chronological age. The number of years since a person's birth. Biological age. Age in terms of biological health. Capability of a person's vital organ system. Mental age. Ability to solve problems on a standardized instrument compared to others. Psychological age. An individual's adaptive capacities compared to others. How you behave. Social age. Refers to social roles in relation to a person's age. Functions of the family. Addition of new members. Families have children through any means, and the population increases. Physical care of members. Providing what the family needs, such as food and bathing. The members will be healthy. Socialization of change. Teaching children, and therefore people will be educated. Social control of members. Teaching children the right from wrong. Individuals will obey the laws of society. Effective nurturance. Comforting children. They will care for other people. Producing, consuming goods and services, earning money through work, providing to their families. Types of families. Hunter-gatherer. Men were the hunters and women were gatherers, and provided the children with care. Due to an abundant food groups, families began staying in one place and began starting real families, and men began taking on more of a fatherhood role. With the development of farming, people could live in more permanent communities. Women took on more domestic work as men were the leaders of the family. And because men could support more people, polygamy became common as well as extended families. Pre-industrial families. Families without land moved to cities where they became artisans or merchants. Boys became trade apprentices while girls became domestic services, child labor. Families became monogamous as families could no longer afford to support many people. Urban industrial families. The family unit became consumers but lost its role as producers. The industrial nuclear family, the notion that motherhood was the prime role for women. Men provided for the family, and education for children became compulsory, and childhood was seen as the age of innocence. Families became smaller as children were supported until they left school. Modern consumer family. Women only reached their potential if they had children. The father was expected to make decisions and fund the family. Children were disciplined but protected from the adult world. Canadians knew they could afford to have larger families. Contemporary family. Women began to work outside the family. The transitional family within contemporary, a mother temporarily leaves the home to care for kids. Still within contemporary, dual income family, both spouses are working full-time, and blended families, when divorced parents remarry. Stages of adolescent development. Physical development, age 11 to 13. You begin puberty and your sexual interest heightens. Ages 14 to 18. Puberty is completed, slows the growth for girls but continues for boys. Cognitive development, ages 11 to 13. There is a growing capacity for abstract thought, ages 14 to 18, and interest in moral reasoning. Social emotional development, ages 11 to 13. Influence of peer group and interest in privacy, ages 14 to 18. Worries about being normal. The future of the family. The family unit is no longer an economic necessity. It has become a psychological unit in order to meet social and emotional needs. Men and women cooperating to raise their children. Diversity of people and individual lifestyles have changed, such as same-sex marriage. Not essential for men and women to marry to obtain social standing. The young adults. In adolescence, you begin choosing what you will attain post-secondary. Emerging adults used to leave, start school, start work, get married, and even become parents in a short time frame. However, this all happened still years later than 100 years ago. This was called failure to launch. Maturing from one stage to the next is distinguished by rituals called rites of passage. Many have now become optional. Roles at each stage in life are defined by the circumstances of the society they live in.